So we are live now, sir.
Hello, thank you so much. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. This is Sumaiya Rima, Digital Communication Coordinator, Hult Prize at Jagannath University. We are welcoming all of you guys to this live session, and we're live from official Facebook page, that is Hult Prize at Jagannath University. Special thanks to our honorable guest for joining with us. First, I want to introduce you our guest. Today, I have Mr. Hamdi, Global Manager of Hult Prize Foundation. He is our leader and also mentor, and we're pleased to have you here.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's always great to be in touch with our on-campus communities, specifically the Hult Prize global movement, global students from all over the world. That's why we're here doing. That's what we do for a living. We love being in touch with students to inspire them, train them, and educate them on how they can actually make change in the world in the 21st century.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hamdi. And we also have Shibbir, Campus Director of Jagannath University Hult Prize, and we also have Mr. Ashraful Niloy. He is Chief of Staff of Hult Prize, Jagannath University. Today we will discuss about different things of Hult. Before that, we will watch a short video. We will know about Jagannath University Hult Prize.
For the first time in history, Jagannath University is going to host Hult Prize. It's mainly student competition aiming to solve our most critical social challenges by encouraging students to come up with their own startup and transforming them to budding entrepreneurs. It was founded by Ahmad and is funded by Bertil Hult, and it is the global largest competition with $1 million to launch the world's next wave of social entrepreneurs. The prize is a partnership between Hult International Business School and the United Nations Foundation. Former US President Bill Clinton selects the challenge topic and announces the winner each September. Stay connected with our page and group to know more.
Rima, you are mute.
Shibbir, you can unmute him.
Rima, you was mute.
Shibbir. Yeah.
Okay. I think I was mute. Okay, so as you are watching, we are happy to announce that this is the very first time the Hult Prize will be held at Jagannath University. We had already formed a strong team by selection process, and they are super active and hardworking. And I think we will do much better in future. Now, I want to give floor to Shibbir Ahmed, Campus Director of Hult Prize, Jagannath University, to introduce our honorable guest and to welcome him.
Hello everyone, I am Shibbir Ahmad, Campus Director from Hult Prize at Jagannath University. Today, this is the very first live session of Hult Prize at our campus, and we are honored to have a guest like Hamdi sir. He is the Global Manager of Hult Prize Foundation. Thank you, sir, for accepting our request. Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
It's my pleasure. It's been great. My day can't be greater. More than the moment that I'm actually talking to students from all over the world. Super happy to be here. Thanks for the intro. My name is Hamdi. I come from the beautiful country, Tunisia. It's basically located in North Africa, for those of you who don't know it. I'm speaking to you from there. I'm the global manager of the Hult Prize on Campus program, meaning I work with thousands of students every year on supporting them in bringing their students, their young communities together for the purpose of changing the world. We do that through a variety of game-changing programs that starts with the On Campus program, which is the program that you're actually witnessing at this moment. We ask students, we start by recruiting campus directors, and we ask them to get a volunteers team with them to not only promote social entrepreneurship, social impact as a tool to make change in the world, but to also promote the toughest social challenges that our humanity is facing. And then we call to action through these amazing campus directors and their teams. We call youth to action to solve that social challenge through business. And the moment students from all over the world start brainstorming, start thinking about solutions to solve these challenges, we support them throughout the way with different tools. We provide trainings, we provide communication and support, we provide accelerated programs that students can actually get involved with to take their business ideas from ideas to actually execution. We provide investment opportunities. Basically, our flagship program of the year is $1 million investment in the global champion of the Hult Prize. So we do all of this for one mission, one purpose: changing the trajectory of students, bringing them to the impact space, inspire them, educate them, and convince them that they can actually change the world. And it's exciting journey. I'm super happy to see our on-campus programs at your university for the first time. You are officially joining a global community of change makers. We are running programs in more than 2,000 universities. Your university is one of those. We run programs in more than 121 countries. Your country is part of our programs now. So that's the first output that I want to take from this conversation. You are now part of the world's global impact, the world's biggest global impact community. So congratulations for that. And I'm looking forward for the amazing impact that you're going to do around you and around your country and, of course, the world.
Inshallah, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hamdi. Okay, so I want to move to Mr. Hamdi again. I just want to know, what is the lockdown situation in your country? Because we all know that we are in a pandemic situation.
Yeah, well, it's the situation in my country is not different from other parts of the world. We went for a couple of months, I believe, since March until end of June, through a total lockdown. We were not even allowed to actually go out. We started going back to normal after the end of June, basically in July, and now we're starting to see the numbers of cases rising up again. So maybe this is an important moment for everyone in there to call them to action and ask them to pay attention, stay safe, and try to keep the safety measurements that are recommended by the World Health Organization and your local governments, local communities in mind. Wear your masks, keep your social distance, always keep on washing your hands, and try to minimize your movement, your travels, and keep that only for urgent cases. This global pandemic was not easy on any country of the world, but I believe we are at that point where we need to adjust our lives to get aligned with this pandemic. We cannot keep our countries closed forever. We need to start going back to normal life step by step while keeping in mind our safety, our personal safety, our families and friends' safeties, our countries and this world's safety. So that's a call to action for everyone. Stay safe.
Okay. So in this pandemic situation, how you keep yourself busy?
Well, being a global manager of the on-campus program at the Hult Prize Foundation keeps you automatically busy. Like, you don't have to think about how you're gonna keep yourself busy. I mean, at least today, this day only, I'm jumping from a live session to another. This is actually the third live session of the day that I participate in. Changing the world is no easy task. I keep myself busy changing the world, and I do that by interacting with young people from all over the world. Um, if you want, I can give you an idea about my personal agenda and how it looks like. I always start my day because we're working in 121 countries. We have global offices in more, I believe, than 10 countries. So being a manager of a program that works with students from all over the world requires my presence basically on a 24/7 basis. So I try
Yeah.
to wake up as early as 5, 6 a.m. every morning to catch up with our Asia community, communicate with our people there, then take small breaks and catch up again during the middle of the day with our Middle East community. Our Latin American and our Americas community generally start late my day, so I focus my work on communication with that part of the world at the end of my day, and then generally the last 1 2 hours before I go to bed, I dedicate them for actually sending emails, preparing documents, summarizing those conversations that I had during my day. I personally keep myself busy 80% of my time doing one-on-one communications, just exactly as we're doing here. And then 20% of my time goes to actually managing operations, sending emails, coordinating with offices, and making sure that our global community is comfortable with the responsibility, the huge responsibility that they have of changing the world.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's been very busy in lockdown, working from home. Um, it's it's good really. The working from home is better from working
Yeah,
from
if
office. What
if
do
it
you
is
think?
not about working from home, maybe we can't have you on online today. So
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
when it comes to working from home, honestly, there's no magic recipe or like a recipe that would work on every single country of the world or every single organization or company.
yeah,
I believe these solutions and adjustments to this global pandemic depends on one, the culture of the organization, depends on the country, the guidelines and the situation in the country. And one of the cool things that we did in the whole prize is adjusting on a case by case basis. It started, we were one of the first organizations of the world to adjust its global programs to the pandemic as early as January, when it was just getting started, when the world was not paying attention to how big this pandemic is going to be. And
yeah.
one of the actions that we did was transforming and shifting all of our in-person regional summits to virtual regional summits.
But,
We also made some small adjustments. So we added a new part in our accelerated program where we're actually interacting on a virtual basis with all of the class of 2020.
yeah,
When it comes to work, we have been working virtually, but now at the Hope Prize Foundation, we started going back to offices. But that's, again, we take a look at the local guidelines and we follow those guidelines. So in those countries where governments and communities are back to normal life, you will see the whole price communities are back to being in touch in person while, again, keeping in mind safety measurements. So yeah, working remotely can be challenging at first, but if you adjust the right way, you will find it as an opportunity instead of a challenge. And
yeah,
as you were saying, this virtual culture that is being built on a global level is actually giving us the opportunity to better connect with our global communities from all over the world. And this live session is just a great example for that.
yeah. Before this pandemic, we always thought that office is necessary for doing any kind of job, but now this is very, very important knowledge for that day. Uh, we can do anything from anywhere in any remote country or
Exactly.
any developed in homes or anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So as we all know that Mr. Hamdi is a multi-talented person, and he also work with different organizations. So I just want to know, we're all curious about to know that your journey and your journey with Health. So I just want to know individually your journey and also your journey with Health.
Yeah, sure. Um, my journey, honestly, my personal journey started simultaneously and parallelly with my whole price journey. I spent the
Okay.
past 6 years of my life being 100% involved with whole price. I started from university level, then I moved to a national level, then a regional level, and now I'm working with the whole price on a global level. I started exactly as you guys. I started from the benches of my school. I remember it was 2014, and my university was hosting the first on-campus program of my country. It was the first time
Just
ever.
like us. Just like
That
us.
year was, I believe, one of the first years. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was the first or the second year that the whole prize runs on campus programs ever. So the whole prize was still in that phase of piloting and testing this program. And I started as early as that with the whole prize. I was lucky that my university hosted that program. One of my colleagues invited me actually to compete in the whole prize. I remember the challenge of that year was about crowded urban spaces. I honestly was not interested in competing at first. But my friend, she was a close friend to me, convinced me to actually join her team because she needed another team member to be part of her journey. One of the rules that I'm sure you guys explained already to your university students is that in order to participate in Whole Prize, you need to form a team with a minimum of 3 members, maximum 4 members. Okay, so 3 to 4 members in each team. And she only had 2 team members back then. And she was like, hey, I really trust you and I really want you to be part of my team. And I was like, hey, I really don't want to. Like, I'm not interested. She's like, look, you don't have to participate in like building this startup. I need you to be there with me at least in the day of the pitch. So she started convincing me step by step. We ended up losing that on campus program. We didn't even make it to the top 6 of the program. I didn't realize it then, but it was a life-changing moment for me because a year after, I knew what the whole prize was about. I saw the effect of the whole prize on other students of my community that are pitching in whole prize. And I said to myself, this is cool. Maybe I'm not gonna enjoy the journey of actually building a startup because it was not something that I was interested in. But what I loved was the idea of bringing the community together. When I was in the final program and I saw like 100+ students coming together, pitching ideas to change the world, and when I saw that belief in their eyes, I really loved that effect, and I wanted to stay involved with it. So I said to myself, hey, there's a campus director's application open. Why don't you give it a shot? And I did. And I was selected by the Whole Price Foundation as a campus director.
Great.
So the first tip that I'm gonna give to the students that are watching us is never say no to an opportunity knocking
Yeah,
your door. If
Yes.
you
that's
have
correct.
a campus director or a professor or someone reaching out to you with an opportunity, give them those 5 minutes. Learn more because that opportunity can be the opportunity that changes your life. You know, I didn't realize it then, but it literally, that conversation, that 5 minutes conversation that I had with my friend when she was convincing me to compete, changed my life. And I am the person today because of those 5 minutes I gave to her. Anyway, became a campus director, hosted an on-campus program exactly as you guys are doing, invited students from my university to compete exactly as students from your university will be participating. And we did an amazing program. Together, we were working on solving, I believe, the refugees crisis that year. Um, even though, um, even though I didn't plan to get to a global level, my program was selected by the Whole Prize Foundation as one of the top 10
Wow.
programs of the world. And I found myself from being someone who is dummy. I was just a freshman student at university who never knew about entrepreneurship, who never heard about social impact, who never heard about Whole Prize. In a year, I went from that to someone who's a part of the best 10 students of the world in the Whole Prize Foundation. And at that moment, I said to myself, well, listen, you didn't plan You didn't work hard for it, and you became part of the top 10. Why don't you work your ass out, put more effort, more time, and become the best of the world? So I did it again. I applied to be a CD again, and after a year, another year, I was the best in class, meaning my program was the best program of the world. And that's actually my second advice for everyone watching based on my personal experience. Never settle, never accept what you achieve. Always aim for more. Those who tell you that sky is the limit are lying to you. Sky should never be the limit. And we proved that, I don't know, like 70 or 80 years ago. And we went over the sky and we're even expanding more globally. So nothing should be your limit. As long as you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, you will find yourself succeeding and making change around you. After being like the best campus director of the world, Hult Prize provided me with more opportunities, more incentives, and I got onboarded as part of the Hult Prize global team. After 3 years of being full-time of the Hult Prize Foundation, I found myself managing the on-campus program that I actually started from as a competitor. And that's going to be my last tip and my last point that I'm going to share with our community here, which is work hard, believe in yourself, and you will simply find yourself going in less than half a decade from a student in university sitting in the school benches to a global manager of a program. I'm just 26 years old, and I'm lucky and privileged to be managing programs in 120 countries. I've never thought of myself doing this, but I actually found myself doing this because of those 3 tips that I gave you. Never say no to an opportunity knocking your door. Never settle down. Always aim for more, and then work as hard as you can. Believe in yourself, and having these 3 secret recipes, you will find yourself not only changing your community, not only changing your country, but actually making a huge impact on the world.
Yes, exactly. So we should be more confident and also grab the opportunities. Thank you so much, Mr. Hamdi. So now I want to move to Mr. Neil. Okay. So let
Yeah.
us know about yourself and your journey with us. You all want to know.
Thank you, Rima.
Yeah.
It has been my pleasure.
Yeah. Go
So,
ahead. Go ahead. I'm looking
yeah.
forward to know more about you.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure to be all of you with guys. I'm Ashraful from Niloy, currently working as a chief of staff, Hult Prize, Jagannath University. Hamdi Bhaiya, it's my pleasure talking to you right now. And Shibbir Ahmed, thank you for giving me.
Pleasure. Pleasure is mine.
Given me this chance. Hello.
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 Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you guys.
I guess my network problem. Okay.
No, that is okay. Maybe
So
Niloy
now
have
I
some
want to move
issues.
to this. Yep. I want to move to Shibbir Ahmed. He is campus director of Hult Prize at Jagannath University. So I just want to know how is going on your work with Hult Prize at Jagannath University?
Yeah, as you know, Hult Prize is very new at our campus. So we, so many of the students don't know about Hult Prize yet. We have around 27,000 students, and we are trying to reach all of them. So because of the corona pandemic, our educational institution of our country is off, totally off. So we are doing it through online, and currently we are recruiting department representatives so that we can reach all the departments and all the students of our campus. And by the grace of Allah, our work is going very well, and students are showing so much response. We have so many applications for becoming the department representatives. So I guess work is going very well, and we are trying our best. My team is doing so great, and that's it.
Okay,
Nice.
that's great.
For those of you, I want to build on what Shibbir Amar was saying. He said that people generally, or like at this moment, not all of the 24,000 students of the university know about the Hult Prize. And I just want to keep it as simple as Hult Prize is a global movement. It's a youth platform that transforms the way young people think about doing business and think about changing the world. And we do it through a simple process. We start every year by launching a global social issue challenge. And we ask students from all over the world to try to solve that through business. Then we recruit campus directors to do these communications, and we have them and their teams as ambassadors on the ground, promoting this social impact as a tool to make change, promoting the challenge, and convincing, helping students and training them to solve that challenge. Then we run on-campus programs in universities. So we start as early as August and we end up in end of December. And we have our global community of campus directors running their own events, running their own programs, and bringing students together. And that's what the on-campus program of your university is actually doing. They start by organizing these events, these intro sessions, and they start educating you about the Hult Prize. And then you will see them training you about impact. You will see them sharing with you more information about the challenge. You will see helping you out in that journey of taking an idea to business, right? The winners of those on-campus programs on a global level will get invited to the regional summits. These are the world's largest impact summits, and every year we host them in 25 plus countries. Over the past 3 years, we hosted these programs. We hosted more than 100 summits in 75 countries. No organization, no other organization in the world hosts impact summits, 100 impact summits in less than 3 years, right? And these impact summits are basically, I don't know, just to get you the picture closer, are like the semifinals of the Hult Prize. So all of the winners of the on-campus programs will qualify to the regionals, and they would pitch their ideas again to the judges of the regional summits. And then in each summit, we will have a winner. Plus, just so you know, for every single step, we have a parallel track that would take you to these programs. Example, if you take a look at the regionals, you need to win an on-campus program to go to regional. But what if you don't win an on-campus program? Well, we got your back. There's an online application that is open for all students from all over the world. So if you competed in a program and you didn't win, you can give it another shot and go and compete through the online round of the regionals. Each year, we select the best teams that would apply online, and we invite them with the winners of the on-campus program to compete in the regional summits. After the regional summits, you might be asking me, what if I don't win a regional? We get your back. We always have a wild card round for our global accelerator. So if you didn't win a regional, you can actually apply again online and compete for a spot in our global accelerator, right? And then we take the winners of the regionals plus the winners of the wildcard round and invite them to an accelerator program that was ranked by unicorn.org as the world's biggest impact accelerator, right? And that's super exciting. We invite teams for months of trainings, workshops, both virtually and in person. And we actually get them to start the businesses. So by the time you find yourself in the Global Accelerator, you will actually be executing your business idea and transforming it into an actual impact business solving that annual challenge. Now, every year from this global, big global community, we end up picking 6 teams that we would invite them to our Hult Prize award ceremony and finals that takes place at the United Nations headquarters in New York. And we end up awarding $1 million for the winners, for the global champions of that year. And we've been doing this for 10 years and we're gonna keep doing this. So again, it's as simple as you start by registering for the on-campus program of your university. And again, you might find yourself within less than 12 months pitching at the United Nations and competing to win $1 million of funding for an idea that just started in your school. So yeah, I hope that I gave our audience a clear idea about what the Hope Prize is, why we do what we do, and how we actually do it through our different programs.
Yes, sir, you have given proper
Okay,
idea to
your
us.
long journey. So, Mr. Hamdi, in your long journey, what type of challenges you face till now?
Challenges. It was no easy
Yes.
task, honestly, uh, to get to where I am. Challenge number one is, I believe, is a challenge that we all face, including you on the call, including the people that are watching us. It's a matter of people believing in you. We live in a world where young people like us generally has challenges accessing opportunities. We sometimes face those challenges of decision makers believing in us. And as a start, that was one of my biggest challenges. It was challenging, for instance, to get the support of my university at first. It was challenging to actually convince the top executives and business people of my country to actually believe in the programs that I was trying to execute and invite them to be part of my program. When I was trying to bring the first regional summit to Tunis, the city I was born in, Ahmad Ashkar himself challenged me and told me, hey, you want to do a summit in your country? I'm going to give you $0. Show me that you can bring your community together. Show me that you can get the ecosystem to fund this global movement and to turn your city into a global destination where 50 plus startups from all over the world will travel and pitch their ideas in your country. And going to the market, convincing organizations, convincing companies, convincing government was super challenging because back then I was just 23 years old, you know. In my country, and I believe in your country too, and in a lot of developing markets, it's hard for a 23-year-old young person to knock a door and make a pitch. You know, we have the ability to make the greatest pitch and change radically our countries. While we have a challenge is accessing that opportunity to make that pitch. So, and that's one, I believe, of the reasons of why the Hope Prize exists. Hope Prize provides us with that tool, not only the knowledge and the training, but provides us with a reason to reach out to these decision makers and change the way they think, shift their mindsets, you know? And I believe that's a challenge that I still see our communities facing. But when you keep going, when you get rejected 100 times and you go for that 101 time, that's the time that you would get a yes. That's the time that you would get the opportunity. So from my personal experience, I faced that challenge and I overcame it, you know? So I believe that's the main challenge that I faced. Other than that, as I said in the beginning, if you have a personal belief in what you're doing, and if you're doing what you're doing because you have a vision, you know what you want to dedicate your life to, you will find yourself in a comfortable place while overcoming these challenges.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Hamdi. So already we can see that lots of people comment, but right now I want to move to Mr. Neil. So Neil, I just want to know your activities in Hult Prize at Jagannath University.
Sorry for last time. I was interrupted by call. The activities of Hult Prize is quite amazing. I got an amazing team in Jagannath University. I can proudly say that that team I got was overwhelmed by us. Generally, I monitor the overall team and plan for the rest of the activities. Me and Shibbir Ahmad and the vice director of Hult Prize, Abu Sufyan, planned that something is going to happen in next few days or few months. So the coming event we are currently recruiting the campus representatives. We are currently recruiting the department representatives and faculty ambassadors from our university for promoting the Hult Prize in online, or we are waiting for ending this pandemic situation, that after this pandemic situation ends, we can work on the
offline.
field in our campus. So I think the activities will grow soon, and we will do a great journey, and we will share a great memory in the future. Thank
Inshallah.
you.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, so I want to move to Shibbir Ahmed. So I just want to know what you are thinking for future and with your team. Just your
Uh,
future goal with this team.
as you said, as Niloy said, we are currently recruiting department representatives. After that, we will try to train them and so that they can do their work properly, and then we will move to the participant part. We'll try to
Okay.
arrange as many participants as we can get, and then we will try to train them because so that they can do well in the competition and do well in the finals. That's our main goal yet, and we will try to arrange
That's
more
great.
info session like this and many more.
Yes.
Inshallah, we will do more later. So now I want to move Mr. Hamdi. So lots of people commented they want to know that why should team participate in Hult Prize? So what's the benefit
Excellent
of
question.
Hult Prize event? They just want to know that.
Excellent question. I'm gonna start from the big picture, and then I'm gonna start narrowing it down to small, tangible incentives, right? By competing in the whole prize, you're actually participating in a global competition for a $1 million. There's no other organization in the world that would award $1 million for idea phase startups, you know? And just so you know, for you to be part of this global $1 million flagship competition, you don't need to have an idea. When you apply for the on-campus program, the application is profile-based and not idea-based. So we believe in people, in you as young people, rather than the ideas that you will be delivering at first. So that's why it's as simple. You will see, like, I believe in the next 2 weeks, you will see a website, an official website for your university's on-campus program. And you will see in the application form, we only ask you about yourself as a person, right? So it's as easy as that. You can compete for $1 million even without an idea. And you will see that your campus director, our global on-campus team, will be supporting you in that phase of brainstorming the idea. We will help you out in finding the right idea by providing you with a 40+ page challenge book. You will have a book, basically a case challenge, that has all of the information about the challenge we're trying to solve, some recommendations, some successful stories from the past that succeeded in solving that challenge, etc. So it's as simple as making a registration as 3 teams, not even as pitching an idea yet. And we'll be providing you with the resources and the support in that journey of building the idea. Narrowing that down in small, tangible incentives. I remember when I was in university, I've never heard about entrepreneurship. I believe I was around 20 years old at that moment. I was basically an A student, and my only goal in life was to get 4 GPA. That's it. That was my focus. And then the moment I got introduced to the on-campus program, I started asking myself, what if this is not the only way to actually direct my career, you know? And I started looking for other ways to not only build my career then academically, but I started also looking for other opportunities to help people around me build their careers, you know? So by competing in the on-campus program of your university, it is guaranteed that you will have a mindset shift from just focusing on your academic career to actually looking at the bigger picture. Doing that not only by getting the theoretical knowledge of the university, but at the same time acquiring the soft skills and the hard skills that you need in the market. These are skills that you don't get from university. These are skills that you don't apply enough in university. And that's one of the main reasons of why Hope Prize succeeded and got in less than 4 years to 2,000 plus universities, because universities all over the world saw in Hope Prize a complementary to their academic curriculums. So Hope Prize is just an opportunity for them to exercise what they're learning at university. I'll give a small example. I'm sure some of you are taking entrepreneurship courses at university, business courses, marketing courses. When you go to a classroom, it's most of the time a professor just lecturing you. It's theoretical. The moment you go and compete in Hope Prize, you would take that knowledge that you get in university and execute it. So instead of just learning theoretically about entrepreneurship, you will find yourself building a business, taking that knowledge of university and putting it in an actual business. Instead of taking a basic marketing course about how to actually brand a product, you will find yourself doing that exercise of branding your personal product. Instead of taking that only that course of finance, you will find yourself not only working on a financial plan for your startup, but you'll see yourself working on financial projections for the next 5 years. You will even get the opportunity to take what you built and pitch it to judges, experts, investors, and they would give you feedback. And that's how the methodology of the Hope Prize is actually formed. We believe in learning by doing, you know, and that's a guarantee. Like, I'm accountable for what I'm saying. The moment you compete in Hope Prize, is the moment you will take that knowledge into execution. Hope Prize will help you improve your public speaking skills, your business development skills, your marketing skills, your finance skills, and you will end up finding yourself in a position where you are actually not only a multitasker, but you will find yourself having knowledge in different sectors. So instead of just being an engineer, you will find yourself being an engineer with business knowledge. The last point that I would mention here is like, what am I gonna gain from competing in the Hope Prize? I'll mention two more things. One is the amazing network that you can build. Again, this is a reason for you to reach out to that mentor that inspired you for 3 years. It's an opportunity for you to meet the dean of your university to ask for financial support or connections to help you push in that execution process. It will help you maybe make connections with the government of your country. It will help you get jobs, even if you fail in winning an on-campus program or actually fail in building the business. The moment I finished my on-campus program, I got offered 3 jobs from the judges of my on-campus program. On the spot, they were like, okay, you did a great job. I want you to come and work with me on like building this program, on like building communities, talking to young people. And I said no. I got to the point where I'm actually rejecting job offers because it's not what I want. It's not as big as I wanted, you know? The last part is, we say it in our slogan. We are leading a generation to change the world. And by being involved with the Hope Prize, you will find yourself as part of a global community that is working together for the same purpose, which is making change in the world. And I know it might sound cheesy. I know it might sound just like sexy to say it, but it's real. You would start by making change on yourself. You'll find yourself inspiring 4 people. This is a cool example. Take a look at Ahmad. He was just a student that applied for the first time to be a campus director. Now he has a team. How many organizing committee members do you have in your team?
We have 20, around 20 campus organizing committee members.
20 OC members, right? Yeah. Every one of them will be in touch with at least 10, 15, 20 other students. from their community, colleagues, friends, family, etc. You see, like the snowball effect, it's going to be the same for you. You're going to start as one competitor, and you will find yourself as a promoter of change, as a promoter of youth empowerment, as part of a big cause. And I know this, as a matter of fact, young people like us want to be involved in change. We believe in causes. 80% of millennials buy products and services from companies that exclude that have impact centered visions. In the times that we're living in, if you're a company and you're not making impact, if you're a company and you're harming the environment, if you're a company and that you're not promoting inclusivity, you're screwed. You cannot do business anymore. It's no longer an option for you, because that's our generation. Our generation is forcing ecosystems to change and adapt to make impact in the middle and in the heart of their operations. And if you get involved in the on-campus program, it's simply the first step in that process of being part of this global change that our generation is trying to make. And if you do all of that, it starts from one idea that you will pitch in your own campus program. Even in a year or two, even when your Hult Prize experience is done, you will find yourself as an impact catalyzer, as an impact promoter in your country, in your community, and in the world. So
okay, maybe
it's as simple as, don't hesitate, guys. When you see that application opening for the on-campus program of your university, just fill it in. It's gonna change your life, and it's gonna change the world.
That's great. So I just want to know that what do you expect from our campus director and also organizing committee?
Inspiring young people, bringing youth like you and giving them the opportunity to make change, not even within the Hult Prize space, but in their communities. What you're doing is inspiring. It's super inspiring. You're showing people that you can actually do. By building that partnership with your university, you're showing students in your community that can actually reach out to the dean of the school and get them on board to support them in their initiatives. The moment you bring those 5 judges, you will convince students from your universities that they can actually reach out to those people, to high profile people. You're going to give them the confidence. You're going to be a good case practice for them, you know? So that's the only thing that I'm expecting from you. Put these inspirational values at the core of what you're doing. And I'm sure 100% you will be doing a great job, because you are just a reflection of what your community is about.
okay, we have almost completed 50 minutes, so maybe we don't have enough time. So maybe we should go.
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of questions coming in the chat box.
Yes.
Exactly,
So I don't know, maybe it would be great to give at least maybe 5-10 minutes to answer the community's question.
So I should.
Okay, so
this is this question should be answered. Shahriar Iman asked, how do we have to work on the case? How do we need to work on the things to make the plan? And I should add, if you just explain us about this year theme of challenge.
So this year, when it comes to the challenge, we will. I see Rima wanting to say something. Do you want to add something to his question?
okay.
I'm gonna take that as a no, and I'm gonna answer the question. The challenge for this year.
With us.
The challenge for this year is food for good, right? We generally announce our challenge by the end of September. This year, we decided to give our community a chance, and we did an announcement a month earlier. And I believe that would give you as a team to promote this challenge, and it would give our global community of young people a chance to actually do some more research about that space and the challenges we're facing in that space. We choose food for good because we believe that this challenge will help us tackle 7 SDGs, and it will help us change lives, millions of lives in the next couple of years, right?
Yes.
More details are coming about the challenge, that's for sure. Step number one for everyone out there asking about the challenge is go to hultprize.org, and you will find an executive summary that we made for you to have a sneak peek about what the challenge is about. Second action item that I want you to do is go and do a research about the space of the industry of food and how we can actually make change and do drastic change in that space, right? Third item is expect the full challenge to be out in October. It's gonna be as early as October, and you will find the full Whole Price challenge with details about what we are expecting from the teams. In the meantime, keep an eye on the communication coming from your on-campus team. The campus director, I'm talking about Ahmad here, and his team will definitely be doing a lot of other info sessions, trainings, not only about the challenge, but also about social impact, entrepreneurship, I believe business modeling, pitching, etc. So be part of those activities, right? And then work on finding the perfect team that will join you in that journey of building the challenge that will solve the food for good challenge, right? You can do that by actually reaching out to students from your university, your colleagues, even your friends. As long as they are registered students of your university, they can actually help you forming a team. And once the challenge is fully out, start brainstorming, start thinking about the idea. One of the things that would help you out, and this is an important tip, is go to the Whole Prize Foundation YouTube channel, and you will find all of the global finals, all of the award ceremony of the Whole Prize, and you will find the presentations and the pitches of all the $1 million that we had, all of the top 6 teams of the finals that we had, you know? So if you want to start doing research, go to the channel and see how you can actually get to the point where you win the $1 million. And by the moment you have the challenge fully released, that's when you start working on brainstorming, building your pitch, and I believe the on-campus team will provide you with more information about the day of the pitch, the agenda, the judges, etc.
Okay, so Nafiza has commented that what challenges we have to tackle most in this competition.
So for the Whole Prize challenge of this year, I was just explaining, it is going to be about the food global crisis. It's going to be food for good. We're trying to take the food industry, which is basically food is a basic human need. And we want to take it from just being a human need to actually a track of change. We want food to actually help make an impact. And we are inviting you to think about possible ways of doing that. It can be as simple as thinking about revolutionizing, I don't know, the process of food delivery. It can be as simple as democratizing access to food. It can be about, so basically it can be about packaging, supply chain. It can be about the food itself. Again, we will be providing you with more details in the challenge. For now, take a moment and go ahead and read the executive summary that we have available for you. It's going to give you a small idea about what is it going to be about, but more details are going to be available in the full Food for Good challenge.
Yes, we have also uploaded the picture of the case file in our page. You can go there and see the case. There are details available. And also Borneo have asked, solving a case, which part is more important? I mean, in which part judges pay more attention? That was the question.
Great.
Should I repeat? Should I repeat?
Yes, if possible, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Solving a case, which part is more important for this competition? Which part?
Which part, like you mean, of the whole prize process? I personally believe that the on-campus program is is the beating heart of what we do at the Hult Prize, because it's all about students and universities. I believe more than 80% of the $1 million come from the on-campus programs. Last year's winner came from the Hult Prize on-campus program of Tec de Monterrey, Mexico. 2018 winner came from the on-campus program at UCL, and so on. I believe the past 3 or 4 winners of the Hult Prize came from the on-campus program, and it's basic math. Like, if you start working on your idea since the on-campus program, since August, you're gonna have more time to actually build a company. And when you get to that final stage at the United Nations, you will find yourself with a 12-month track, you know? So it's like, since you have this opportunity, it's really important for you to get involved at this moment in the on-campus program.
Okay. So I have a last question to you. Personally, I want to know also, Shahryar Choudhury have asked that, dear Hamdi sir, who is your idol and whom do you follow?
Inspiration.
Yeah, it's a tough question. I personally don't have idols, but I have people that I look up to and try to learn from them, whether from their good or bad experiences, right? For me, honestly, my personal idol is me, and I always try to imagine myself in 5 years. I look at myself in 5 years and I say, hey, that's the person that you need to be. And I work my ass out and I work as hard as I can to get to that version that I built of myself in my mind. So yeah, maybe it's a little bit like, it's not arrogant, it's just me. That person, me in 5 years, is my own idol. However, there are a lot of people that I actually learn from and look up to. Like, the first person that is my personal mentor and that I'm learning from him a lot is our founder and CEO at the Hult Prize Foundation, Ahmad. He just took this idea from one idea 10 years ago in university, and he made it a global movement, the world's largest movement of impact. And that story, that journey is just inspiring for me and for millions of young people around the world. And I'm super happy and glad that I have the chance to work closely and directly with him on inspiring youth from all over the world. So yeah, it's as simple as that.
Okay, so one of our viewers named Ramjan Sheikh, he asked that 2020 pandemic situation and Hult Prize, how it go far? I mean, in this situation, how it works? He just wanted to
I didn't get the question clearly, but I'm assuming it's about the global pandemic that we're facing and the effect of this pandemic on us at the Hult Prize and globally, right?
Yes.
I know that we're running out of time, so I'm gonna keep it as simple as this global pandemic started as a challenge. It is now an opportunity. These challenges generally prove themselves as opportunities for people who think the right way, people with the right entrepreneurial mindset, go-getters, people with a killer instinct. In 2008, the world faced one of the biggest economical recessions in the history. And in 2008 was the year where Uber was founded, Airbnb was founded. These are the companies that we all know today. These are the biggest companies of the world. And they came out from a global recession because they took that challenge and turned it into an opportunity. This global pandemic turned Zoom into one of the biggest virtual platforms of the world, you know? So that company is a good case practice on how you can turn this global pandemic, this challenge, into an opportunity. And that's going to be the same for every one of you. You can actually, for us at the Hult Prize, this is the biggest year in terms of impact for the Hult Prize. And I believe because our community is actually having time virtually. People are staying at home. And if you're staying at home, you're looking for opportunities. We realized that as early as we could, and we tapped on that opportunity. We hosted virtual programs. We're even having like on-campus virtual. Like, this session is just a great example of how you can turn this challenging pandemic into an opportunity. Now you're talking, I'm sure if the situation was normal, we wouldn't be having this opportunity of having this global conversation with me being with you, with your students of the university coming together to watch this session that you are providing them with.
Yes.
So this pandemic is just an opportunity for us at the Whole Prize Foundation, and it should be an opportunity for you, your universities and communities.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, that's
Thanks
absolutely
for
true.
joining with us today. And I would like to invite you, when the pandemic is over, I would like to invite you in our campus. We wish if you come
Definitely.
one day.
That would be definitely my pleasure. I'd be super honored to be part of you. I think we're out of time. I'm gonna close with this one statement that is, please believe in yourselves and believe that you can be the change that you want to see in the world. President Obama once said in one of his speeches, if one idea can change a room, which is basically where you're starting from, whether it's a Zoom room or a classroom of the university,
Yes.
you're starting with one idea in one room. The quote says, if one idea can change a room, then it can change a city. And if it can change a city, it can change a state. And if it can change a state, it can change a nation. And if it can change a nation, it can change the world. That's the snowball effect. Start with yourself, start with your university and community, and you will find yourself one step closer to being the change that you want to see in the world. Thank you so much for inviting me. It was a great pleasure.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks.
And everyone,
Thank
apply
you.
to compete on the Whole Prize on Campus program. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for being with us, and thanks
Thank you
to
so
all
much, Hamdi.
viewers.
Okay.
So today that's it. Now we have to end it up.
ইনশাল্লাহ সামনে ইনফো সেশন গুলাতে সবাইকে পাবো এন্ড করে দিলাম
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, and we are overwhelmed with this.
Thank you so much, guys.